REA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the 29, Hurts. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
But first down, Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around, because anytime you lose your number one guy, it's
touchdown, Seahawks. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Myers connects on the PAT, and this is now a 1-point game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He completes it to Ridley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
On the ground, this is Smith. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man open, it's Ross. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Darren Hall. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
56.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. Taylor eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the 22, Hurts. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Isaiah Simmons gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A give to Gibson running right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On second and goal, Wilson steps away to his left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. But do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on third and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
To throw again on second down. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the kick.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And at the 7-yard line, and the catch is made. Touchdown, Falcons. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Flush to his right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Flushed out right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going. And try to keep that lead. Exactly. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. inside the 15, shy of the 10.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Chase Young
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
A big play there on the option. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1 Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to, second and one is probably better.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action now. Wilson. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They'll go again with Gibson.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Dwayne Eskridge.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.
Jones Shorty.